Hello, Super Robot fans. My name's Austin, and welcome back to this entry into the archives. It's been a hot minute since I've gotten to say that without being on stream. Good golly, that took a lot to get this back and going, but it's good to be back. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to this episode of Alpha. Holy cow. And it was a fight the whole way through. Apologies in advance if this episode just looks kind of weird. OBS is newer than I am used to, so I don't know if all my settings are correct. I'm pretty sure they are, but more importantly, my preview on Vegas is showing these visuals like way softer and much less crunchy than my like native is. And I'm not sure why that is. Like, any of the settings that would be doing that are either not turned off or they are a thing that I would apply to the video afterwards. So maybe it's just the preview, but I can't seem to tell what's going on here. It's gonna just have to be like a it rendered and we find out kind of thing. But apologies in advance again, in case this video looks a little bit more goobery than usual. We'll probably have it sorted through next time if we can like use this as a test run. But more importantly, we are back, and we're gonna get eased back into Alpha pretty kindly by giving us one of the strongest mechs to ever grace the Super Robot Wars series. So Koji is back at the Photon Power Lab because, if I remember correctly, last he was bemoaning the fact that the Mazinger was just not keeping up with all of the new robots. So he wants to go do something about that. Theoretically, he is getting a new engine and maybe getting some armor soup ups, but we all know better because the rest of the doctors here ask him to test the brain Condor, and if memory serves, that sure is the equivalent pilder for the Mazin Z. So that bodes well for us, I would say. But unfortunately, we can never get anything for free in this game, so we do have a fight on our hands. Both the Mecha Beasts and the Battle Beasts of this franchise are at our front doors. But there's also a bonus arrival, and that is the Great Mazinger. Wowzers! I bet he's here to save us. But when we contact the Great Mazinger, gosh golly, does Tetsuya just not respond back? That seems awfully weird of him. Why wouldn't he do that? But then, suddenly, there are a plurality of Great Mazingers. Oh, no. There are 9 Great Mazingers. I think for, like, the 9 lives of Koji Kabuto. I can't decide. My translation did not make it clear whether it was whether they were all for all of Koji's 9 lives, because he always seemed to sort of, like, survive any conflict. Or was it because there's actually, like, 9 doctors here? I don't recall. I need to get back to my Mazinger watch through. But regardless, we have some Great Mazingers on the horizon, and they are potential a much more lethal threat than any of there they all are than any of the beasts ever have been. With 9 of them, they can surely take down the Photon Research Lab with ease. But then some familiar faces. There we go. We have Brocken and okay, just Brocken for a bit. He goes over the plan, and there's Gorgon too. Okay, great. Yeah, so the two of them comboed together to get some materials from. So the metal from Big Fire. Yes. The plans were from Big Fire, and then the metal was from maybe also them. Yeah, no, the translation. Okay, never mind. That's why I was remembering this really hazily, because the translation was not clear. But regardless, they sort of comboed together to get these resources. It's the stuff that we've sort of seen them planning about for a little bit, and it was sort of the countermeasure. It sounds like a little bit on Big Fire's behalf for not getting the Kodyo and the Ryoko. But they also have the capabilities of mass producing them. That these 9 are not the only ones. That they have a factory that can pump these things out. So even if we can handle these, the like imminent threat of just an endless stream of what was once our hero is upon us. But lo, what is that? An earthquake from the Photon Research Lab, and it's coming from Do we know what bay it was? It's probably bay 4. I would imagine it's probably bay 4. But it's coming from the place that... Oh, no, 7. Sorry, 7. That the devil of a machine was locked up and sealed away. It's the same machine that took Koji's parents' lives. Oh, no, how tragic. But maybe perhaps Koji could tame it if we would just release it. It's not even a Mazinger anymore. It's really just a devil. And there's not even a piloter for it. However will he pilot it? Oh, no. What could we ever do? I do got to go through this a little bit carefully. I believe we're going to get a choice here, it looks like. Based on what... There we go. Okay, no, we get a fun animation. Okay, I'll be quiet for this, sorry. There he is. Of all the animations we've seen, that one was real slick looking. Some of the other ones, like, the quality of what they did given the super deformed style, I thought was really good. But that was just, like, genuinely very impressive for a PS1. I think a lot of it probably got saved for that one. Did it have... I feel like it's giving a little bit of, like, Frankensteinian energy to, like, the creature waking up when he got electrocuted. But also, what's that Yu-Gi-Oh card? Proto Machine King? I'll put it up on screen. But the way that Mazinger's sitting in the chair, the way the Mazin Kaiser's sitting in the chair, like, that kind of reminds me of him. Oh, I apologize. So, one of the reasons why Koji went out is Brocken and Gorgon were like, we're gonna slay every single person in the Photon Research Lab. But Koji says, I'll make a bet with you. If I come out, will you spare everybody? And Brocken says that he would. But that Koji wasn't going to just, like, let that go. He was going to fight his way out because he can't let the Mazinger that his grandfather made fall into the wrong hands. Which, the reason I say that is we parallel that then when he gets the Mazin Kaiser, that he trusts that it's going to be workable as long as he can put his human heart into it. Because it's also a machine that his grandfather made. So we have some like completing some like bookends there. But we also sort of need to try and prove Brocken and Gorgon wrong. They both expect that because the Mazin Kaiser is awakened again, that regardless of who's in it, and regardless of what happens now, it's now serving the side of evil because that is just like what it is. It is the Devil Emperor. I don't think I don't think there's gonna be a gameplay implication for that, just narratively, I suppose. Okay. Let's figure out what we're doing here. I guess first objectives, which are pretty straightforward. It's destroy everything and if we die, seeing there's only one of us. I think we're probably only going to be playing as the Mazin Kaiser. A little bit earlier on was that the Goraon team was divided fighting some of the rest of the beasts, the Mecha beasts and the super beasts, or whatever they were called. The rest of the Mazinger enemies elsewhere, so they can't probably be here. So presumably we're just going to be fighting here. And we don't have to defend the base at all, despite the fact what they just said. I guess Brocken is good on his word that he's not going to attack the base now that Koji came out. It's just going to be fighting... It's just going to be fighting the rest of these goobers. Okay. We are probably going to need some accuracy, unsurprising. Oh, actually, sorry. Our expert points. We do have... we do have a choice we're going to need to make later, it looks like, which is either we don't have any time or anyway attack. I have to imagine we're going to get a few more of this. Maybe other people are going to show up later. We'll see. We'll see. But either one awards me a point. If we choose we don't have any time, we get a regular. We just get a point. But if we choose destroy all enemies within 6 turns, sorry, if we choose the other option, anyway attack, we then also have to destroy everything within 6 turns, which is inherently so much more interesting to me that we have like actual pressure requirements. So we're gonna pick that one. Okay. We're gonna line up. Good golly, that took me a second. I went to line up this 1 to 3 attack, and I was like, this is like surely the rocket punch, right? But I couldn't figure out what the first 2 kana were. I knew it was Smasher Punch or Smasha Punch, but it's Turbo Smasher Punch. And Tabo was just like not getting there for me. Okay, so we need to be here. Because then we have 3 of them in range. Yeah, okay, great. Actually, hold on. We should look at the properties a little bit more, too. A on land and in the sky, just be in water. Great. 2100 armor. I don't remember if that's a lot in this game. 6500 HP does not seem like a ton, but it also has HP regen small, so, like, that's kind of more of the thing for it. It can separate, presumably, into the Brain Condor. I mean, not presumably, it's got to separate the Brain Condor. Then it has Majin power already turned on because we start with max morale. Do we want to use a wall? I don't think so. Let's not use a wall for this first turn, and then if we need to after this, we can. But we also have the Photon Research Lab if we need to get some HP regen. On top of what we already have, we would like basically have a large HP regen between it having a small and the Photon Lab having a 20%. They really cooked with a lot of these animations. I'm really pleased with how like the word's not cogent. They're they're eminently readable. They are definitely fit to the style really well. It's the same thing we've been saying this whole time. Yeah, we didn't need wall. Okay. It's the same thing I've been saying this whole time, but just like it continues to be true. Every time we get a new robot, it feels worth asking again. Okay. That was the plan. Because then we can just do this a couple more times. And this is also just free, so we can do this, like, we can keep doing this. Though I suppose we could have used a different attack just to show off something different. We'll use one of the other attacks next time because it plus the Turbo Smashy Punch. Sorry, Turbo Smasher Punch should be enough both times. I wonder if this is also due to I wonder if A, this is due to Koji's defense. B, maybe I'm not remembering the defense as well as I should. Or C, maybe we also just have these Mazingers actually have a lot lower power to make the Majin Kaiser look a lot better than it is. I just feel like 2200 is not that much. But we'll make a comparison. We'll make a comparison when we get to intermission. It's been close to a month since I've recorded one of these, and I've got so much OG stuff swimming around in my head, like from playing it on top of trying to do math for W. It's kind of nice that we like left Koji at a low level, seeing as we're like forced to use him a number of times, so we're just like getting free experience on him. Like right, like that was great. We put no gain on, and we're still getting levels. I think once you finish a playthrough of this has very like what I want to call phone game energy. I don't mean that disparagingly. I mean that as the like sometimes you want to play a game that does not require like the utmost thought. I know shock horror that I would say that, but you know what I mean. That like sometimes there's just some like feel good kind of quality of games. Doesn't mean you can't be thoughtful about it, but I feel like this game fits into that really well. Like lots of level ups. A lot of the level ups matter a lot. Like we get a lot of things off of each level up. Well, we get a lot of... it seems like we get a lot of things because we're usually jumping a couple of levels and thereby hitting, like, breakpoint thresholds. The Judo? Oh, Jetto, right. The Jetto Boomerang is also pretty sick. We've seen this now Okay. This is the Gingan. Oh, the giant Giganto. It's probably just gonna stay like Giganto. Gigant. Yeah, you get it. Missile big. Also, apologies if the audio is clipping a lot. I've gone back and listened to some of the recordings since switching over to my new PC, and it does not sound that bad. I did some audio testing before I'm recording this, but I don't have all of y'all watching with me to tell me if things are sounding bad. So we'll see. I think it should be good. We're hitting ranges that are usual to stream, but who knows? Nice that all of these are moving. Though I am a little worried they're going to end up on the base for the region, but we shall see. And then we just need to be using these punches. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we actually do need those to do half, right? Yeah. We're not quite landing this kill unless we crit. And then we regen to all of that. Okay, so I guess our question then is, do any of these have different properties? No, they are A everywhere. Okay. Why would I think otherwise? Oh, we've got a map attack. Okay, it's just a straight line, sure. Our accuracy has gone up by 1. Let's just put another bullseye on. And that's dead. That one's also not because we were showing off. So let's aim for this one, because it's possible we will crit the other one. Where yeah. Now it's possible that all 4 of these are dead this turn. Okay. We just need this to crit. It's okay if it doesn't. Just bummer. Okay. Then we will... no, that was the wrong one. Darn it. Then we will head down to, or I guess not down. I'm thinking of it as down because it feels like it's behind the Photon Research Lab, but it's literally up from this screen. We'll head up. We'll head, actually just straight up now. I can't wait to be off this, weird diagonal. Something I definitely did not miss was the weird way the cursor works. Good golly. Yeah. Okay, so never mind. They all sort of came towards me. I think we can probably bait most of them next turn, then. I feel like I did not select anything. So I don't think we're worried about the, turn count of any of these yet. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I did not make any of those choices in the menu yet, so I'm sure we're still fine. It has a 3 range, a post-movement attack, and it has 5 move, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can land, yeah. We could go here, and everybody could be in range, assuming they all cooperate. And we also get to show off some new attacks. Here's yet another bullseye. And, the shoulder slicer. Let's see what that looks like. I do want to save our oh, what is that called? Is it called breast burning or something? Whatever the breast fire is going to be. I do kind of want to save it to show off for one of the boss fights. Shoulder slicer. Oh, I didn't realize that was the name of the sword. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like the Getter Razors. That some blades shot, some small little boomerang kind of style blades shot off. But no. Do y'all know what the first instance of the sword summoning from inside object is Super Sentai the first one that does it. Maybe a Kamen Rider gets there before then. Speaking of Kamen Rider's been so fun. I really miss a lot of these old shows. I know a couple people were promoting them in chat the other day, but I miss this old content. It makes me so happy. Oh, okay, Dr. Hell is here. Hold on, I need to read about this. Okay, so Dr. Hell is here, and this is part of his plan to take over the Far East base. That, this plan being I guess the rest of the fights that the Goraon are like doing right now were just decoys. I guess. I feel like I would have been more interested in sort of like seeing that play out a little bit. But we have a Haribiyun, which I'm pretty sure we fought. Maybe we haven't fought that in this. They are such nothings of units because of my time with R. But we also have the Jetfire P1, which is supposed to be in the likeness of Asura, and I can kind of see its little face already. It's very funny to me. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Okay, yes. Okay, here is our choice. So our our bottom choice is we don't have any time. If we select this, we just get an expert point to start. If we do select anyway attack, then we have to destroy everything within 6 turns. I'm going to pick this one because I want the time pressure. That's more challenging. Oh, and we got a free wall too. Cool. We have already we've showed this off, right? Yes, we have. I don't think we've shown off the Lust Hurricane. Or I think, isn't that what it sometimes gets translated as, because the translator can't tell the difference between the R and the L? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true. But yeah, we'll see what the Rust Hurricane looks like. Huh, I was kind of expecting this to not happen once I switched over computers. I wonder if this is because of where my, like, engines are being stored. For the purposes of YouTube, I have moved everything onto my computer, but normally this is the kind of stuff that I would, like, keep on a hard drive and just, like, load it from a hard drive. And, like, that lets stuff play fine. It also might just be that, like, I'm not used to my PS1 emulator a lot. Like, it's pretty much just this and Complete Box 2. Or Complete Box, and I'm working on still 2 right now. It's just been a hot minute since I've really worked on any of those. It's a shame that there's no defense down in this game. Not that it really needs it, but... yeah, we have a whole selection of weapons. It just feels so unnecessary to use them when we have we're pretty much always putting a bullseye on because of just, like, Koji's accuracy. And we already have this being a free attack, and it has wider range. It also just has better accuracy anyway. Like, you could maybe make the case for the Shoulder Slasher. It has 5 more accuracy and 20 more crit. Like, the possibility is for sure there. But otherwise, like, what are we doing? It's a real shame, too, because, like, their attacks are cool, and the Mazin Kaiser is really cool. That's fine. And I know, like, theoretically for, like, the variety of it, that's what's interesting. But, like, you can give me both. You can give me both, game. This is still the same. Wow, did Koji just dodge something? I feel like I'm sort of owed payback for all of the dodges that I've not landed, but that was not the one that I needed it to be, game. Come on. I didn't ask you to catch those out yet. Yeah, these little duds of boys are certainly not going to be much of a problem. We just need a couple other things to deploy. But don't worry, we will be getting some allies. Oh, I cannot wait to see it. Oh, we're just like auto-casting wall every turn. That's interesting. Huh? That's not the text that I read. Okay. Okay, Erm's here. I was told it was going to be the Shin Getter, but no, Erm's here, and he is frustrated about the SRX project. This just isn't in the notes at all because... interesting. I wonder if there's something we did earlier that gave us the this instead. Okay, well now we have context for this, so this is really interesting. What is the Hyukabine EX? Like, I don't think we have a red one of these, do we? The 008 is green. The 009 is black. The closest thing is the Trombe, but like that's like a different color scheme anyway. Interesting. I wonder if this is an OG2 kind of thing. Okay, sure. I doubt we get to keep him. Based on just like how he was used in the story, I feel like he is going to be sort of a like he's gonna show up and then go away, kind of. He's the organ. I maintain that these categories are I maintain that finding categories like this are helpful. I want to call these characters that just like show up and pop in like regularly to help organs. We might call them heroes though, like HEERO, because I know Hero does that in a number of games. That he will like be a playable character for a bit, or maybe we call them Black Serenas. I don't know how often that happens with Akito and the Black Serena, but like he sure does like to pop in and then leave and then pop in and then leave. Because we don't have to match exactly what the Fire Emblem categories are by any stretch of the imagination. But like we definitely do have things that work very similarly. These like they only get to show up for a little bit, kind of guys. I feel like we should also have a category. We should probably find a name for like the bosses that we get to recruit that are only going to be around for like 1 or 2 chapters. I know that happens too. Okay. If we need to put some pressure on, we need to get over to these 2 fools and fast. So let's just let these 2 get baited, which we should have been doing from the first place. I just like didn't know when this was going to happen. Okay, it's what? It was 3 and 5. It's 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we need to be 1 above. Yeah. That's like almost all of our movement. If we kill those 2, then we can actually get over to Gorgon next turn. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. I wonder if we will get more reinforcements. I also wonder if Wall's going to just keep being cast for us for free. There's no world where the robot just does that all the time, right? Like that's definitely a story scenario kind of thing. I also didn't check to see if that was like actually like taking out of Koji's SP. It mustn't be. Like I don't think the game would ever do that. But I've never been on this side of the scenario casting a spirit for us. Oh, yeah, I guess sword cut matters now. I wonder if he always had sword cut. And does, like, can he pull the Scrander off the back to count as a sword cut, I wonder. I think, yes, we did not see this last time, so let's show this off then, too. I wish I remembered my timelines better. I gotta get my timelines down to know, like, when any of this stuff was made. I don't know when the combinations were had. It's just like it's so weird being on this side of OG now and seeing like the fragments of it, like seeing Bullet as our main character, like seeing his face pop up as my main character was like, oh, this is weird, this is surprising. He's so faded into the background, the poor guy. I was really hoping he was going to get to do more. I know you all told me. Like, I do listen when you all speak. But golly, he has just not mattered for so long. I guess it helped that he could always sort of like play off of Excellent, and she was missing for a little bit. Like maybe he'll do a little bit more now, but yeah. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I think the Hyuk can probably clean this up mostly, too. I wonder... Ooh, that's not good. We'll have to get... Okay, yeah, we'll have to move a little bit for one of those Genoba. Yes. Yes. Show me. Prepare your ears in case I burst out laughing. Oh, okay. That's a lot more normal looking than I thought. It is just a Mazinger with, like, Baron Asura's head stapled onto the front of it. The sprite made it look like this little, like, copter kind of thing. I was imagining this like giant head with just like wings coming out in place of the ears and like a beanie hat propeller kind of style on the top. Ooh, okay. That one might be a bit difficult. I mean, good that the boss is going to be hard. And Dr. Hell probably will be also. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's counting down. Like, do we have this turn and next turn? Or is it 6 turns when we made that choice? I wonder. We're not killing with... what is this? Fire Burasuta. Fire Blaster. I don't know how much health they have. Surely Gorgon's is healthier. Maybe we do use an Excel. Oh, he also has... Oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize he was getting max SP every turn. Okay, that changes my mind a little bit. You can go here, and we can start valoring the Jesus out of this thing. Show me. This was, I think in my mind, this was very much worth waiting for. If I bet we could probably have one-shot a ghoul with this. I just don't remember how healthy Gorgon's unit is. Incredible. Incredible. What a satisfying way to open that attack. That was so sick. It's super costly. Like, I don't know how much we're going to use this. Though Koji is probably one of our highest level characters now. Oh, we even got a hybrid armor. Cool. Koji is like probably one of our highest level characters now. So, like, perhaps we will use him. But he definitely needs some energy upgrades. That's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That Genoba's gonna have to stay there, unfortunately. Ooh, that's interesting. If we have a Valor, I might consider that. I don't know. We do have a Valor. We also have a Soul. Let's see how bad this goes. Oh, we have to pick somewhere. Oh, okay. That's like not actually a bad range. It's a what, 3 range tile? Okay. I still think some combination, like something like this works. Any direction we slide here, we're losing 1, even if we're gaining 1. So I think this is still just our best bet. Though, consider what we spent. We might pick, like, nah, they are not grouped up well. I think this is still just our best bet. Yeah, let's rock it. Okay. So what you got, I should also look what his spirits are to like compare them against what I'm used to from OG. Nice. Okay. I wasn't sure if we would be able to kill those because they were in the forest. But I guess it is also a soul. Yeah, okay. That is what I was expecting. Once we got 1 kill, I figured we were probably gonna like just like miss the Genoba. This is fine. We've already seen what a ghoul looks like, but it's okay. It's a shame that we like the Mazin Kaiser is probably going to be out of combat for the rest of this. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe not. It's like certainly it's going to be relevant for taking down Dr. Hell. I wonder if we get full energy also. That seems almost too much to ask, but like, well, yeah, who knows? If this can do half, it's doing half. Oh, okay, sure. That's very good. Then we can also just start skedaddling now. I was sort of assuming we were going to be stuck here fighting Brocken next turn. buy it. If it's with it, if it's not turn 6, but 6 turns of selecting that option, we can just start excelling, and we will be in real business. This is fine. Yeah, these are like a 3-turn kind of situation. Yeah. The drill head thing is already dead. It just doesn't know it yet. And I wish I remembered the Mazinger enemy names better. I remember this one. This double-headed thing is called a zoo. Yeah, that's a 2-turn kind of situation. You are also already dead. That Genova that is close, I think we have yeah, that one. Oh, we actually have enough range for the cannon now. Hold on. This is the black hole. This is the black hole cannon. That kanji at the end also means cannon, I'm pretty sure. Please pause for a second while I go check this. No, never mind. Sorry. There are a lot of similar strokes. This is the, like, I guess Kai is perhaps the best way of phrasing it. It, like, literally translates to revision, but this is, like, usually the kanji that we use whenever it's, like, the upgraded version or the renewed version. I think I was definitely conflating it because the last time I, like actually to translate something was complete box 2, and I was looking at the, like, DC enhanced. Oh, yeah, we also, like, it's in the kanji for DC enhanced soldier also. But I was translating some of their attacks, too. See, this is what happens. I'm, like, so out of practice now because everything's in English. Like, it's probably better that way for, like, the watchability of you all. It just, like, really very much means that my Japanese is getting rusty, like, already, clearly. Nice, okay, sick. The way it, like, sprung up was really kind of silly looking. Good relaxing. Nice. I wish... Yeah, okay, here. Let me add this to the list of the, like, feel-good kind of phone quality that I was talking about before. That you can, like, relax into it really easily is perhaps part of the feeling of that. And I think one of the reasons why I feel like that can't happen here is because I'm still, like, so sort of, like, jarred by what all of the story beats are. And, like, once you play the game once, that just isn't a concern then, you know? Okay. I definitely feel not spoiled, like, I should get to know this, but no, there's nowhere that tells me. I wasn't sure if it was, like, hidden weirdly in a menu. I don't know why it would be in any of these other I don't know why it would be in any of these other menus, but I'm just, like, so used to now at this point getting to know what my objective, my, like, SR points are. But there's multiple in this, so, like, it's understandable why it's not there. This is also the first time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can go over here. Okay, great. So we can also start in on the Haribiyun. You need... Okay, yeah, so we have a focus, a flash, an excel, a spirit, a valor, and a soul. This is a very different combination pool. Like, this definitely feels geared way more towards the Hyuks than how he is in OG. Right? It's valor. He's got an excel. I think he's got a bullseye instead of a focus. Does he have a defensive something? I don't remember. Maybe he has a persist also. I know he ends on love. I've been using him with valor and love a lot. I know his bottom 3 are valor, then excel, then love. I've been a real big goober in OG1. I keep casting excel, getting to a target, and then going, oh wow, he's really lethal. He could be really lethal here, and then casting a love after that, so I'm just, like, wasting the excel. The excel cost, but, like, it's 5, so it's not a big deal. Okay. I believe we have... Oh. That's not good. That's a real shame. Okay, well, I definitely would have spent differently had I realized that. Ah, and now the Godot is here. Okay, cool. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure there's no text to this that I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I read all of this already, but I knew that these guys were showing up at some point, but it's a very brief entry here. So hold on for a second. Ah, yes. So Asuka is also going to sortie. Yeah. Her and Koji were having that argument earlier, and Asuka has like sort of tried to learn her lesson a little bit. I'm curious to see how much that like actually sticks, but she also doesn't want to like be in Koji's debt, so off she goes. We get 14 deploys. That feels awfully generous. We need to take the... Do we not have both the Buster machines here? Okay. Oh no, that's not the Buster machine. Sorry, this is the... Oh, this is our black. This is our black. What was I like started reading this line, started reading this line at the same time. Combattler V. Finally, we get to just like we get to keep the Ryoko. I guess we were using these two as our healers now. We like definitely need to reorganize. We definitely need to like reorganize the squad when we get the chance. But not you. We guess we like earn Toji, so I guess we bring him with. Oh, I see. Okay, but we don't have any of our getter or not getter, gracious. Our Gundam pilots with us, so we can't like do any of the Super Gundam stuff. Okay. You know what? Let's take the Great Mazinger because it's fitting for the scenario. This just seems like turbo overkill. This is so unbelievably overkill. I was like pausing, looking for the Don Cougar or like the Dunbine, and then I realized like we're on a route split. This is not. Okay, we are not getting our energy back. That's like probably good. No, I want to go here, but we are getting this back. We're getting these back every turn. All of our SP keeps getting restored. Like at that point, why not just give us our energy back? Like it's basically letting us like fully cheat as much as possible. So. Okay. So we are on turn 7 now. Curious to see whether we get that objective or not. Or the SR point. Okay. I think we're just gonna spend really deeply. We have so few enemies left. Yeah. I guess let's figure out who all the way on this side of things can go. The fact that I can arrow through these with R1, L1, and that I can't do that on the GBA OG is so frustrating to me. Also, while that Hayato does not have an Excel. I know sometimes he doesn't. This time, it just... I think I've gotten got by that almost every time I looked into the Getter's SP pools. You have an Excel. Do you have an Awaken? Yeah, or not Awaken. Enable? Is that what it is? You know the one. I think it's Enable. Yeah, that lets you like give someone else an extra turn. We could do like this. Yeah. I don't think we're ending this turn, but I do think we're ending probably next turn. No. Okay. But a good argument for why our two boys probably need to get some more XP. Like this is doing nothing, but we may as well. Oh, but they're already so far above level. They're 45 and 47, and our bosses are what, 42s? Yeah, they're not getting anything. Okay. how many of you have... No, none of you have extra movement. Yeah, they're in for... we're just sort of menacing them. We're just sort of menacing them right now and not really doing much else. If I remember correctly, we want to be in Koryu to start, and then we switch to Ryuko. Yeah, that like we actually have a post-movement action here. We don't get to see this thing enough, so let's look at these attack animations. And also Kusuha gets to do something. I'm so disappointed how like lackluster she has been in OG1. I mean, we've not like gotten a lot of chance. We've not like tried to train her really hard. I just, like, she fell off a little bit at the end because it just sort of felt like we could train everybody for a while, so I didn't, like, think really hard about it. And that's just not actually true. I'm still so upset that the Grungust did not, like, let our upgrades carry over. Like, that's such garbage. I know that is true for older games just in general. Like, I know there are some games that like you lose your upgrades for the Mazinger loses its upgrades when it gets its like Jet Scrander, which is like that seems absolute insanity to me. But here we are. Okay, we won't be able to do this anyway, so I guess that extra morale is actually kind of just is it wasted? No, that's fine. We also have a Valor for next turn then. Oh, also I'm definitely over worried because like Dr. Hell is in a ghoul. Like that probably doesn't have a ton of health. Even if we've like punched it up as a boss, it just like naturally does not have a lot of health. But who's to say? I have no idea how the rules work for this game yet, whether things just have like a really arbitrary amount of health. I'm finding that I'm finding that some games are not as organized as I would imagine them to be or as I would like them to be. Cool, okay. It is so funny looking. It also does no damage. Let's take a look at if that... It's got a lot of actual defense, though. It's got the same amount of defense as the Mazinger Kaiser. Is that a normal amount of damage? That feels really low to me, damage-wise. Yeah, okay. That is why. Like, doesn't Show have, like, over 200? Oh, you don't have Spirit. I do this all of the time with Shin. Shinji, sorry. I don't tell him to get in the robot enough, so I guess I forgot what his name was. I feel like it's maybe fitting for one of these to go down by Mazinger, though I'm not sure how much that actually will kill. What is Toji doing? Nothing, really. Okay, we'll save the Daunts for next turn for the ghoul. The barrier saves us. You can hear the Godon can move closer also to like actually let them have their full movement range. Young also does not have an Excel. Do we have... You know what? Let's try it. Also, what level are you? You're 46? Okay. We could potentially take the Haribiyun down. Okay, what is anything happening here? What does Shinji have for his stats? You are pretty well evenly divided, so it's just a matter of what we can get to. We can't actually use that because that's on the ground, so, like, presumably this is our best bet. Here's a focus and a valor. And then you go, like, here. Ooh, okay, that was not a lot of damage. That was a ton of SP for basically nothing. You don't have Majin power on yet because you've not been here the whole time. Let's see what this gets us. Okay, actually actively very close. So spending the Sizzler Black on that is actually also a bit of a waste. Do you have Excel? No, you do not. How much money are you worth? Oh, right. Our finances in this are just goofed to heck. Let's see what Young can do to the Haribune. You have a Valor on. Is there anything else we want to turn on? I guess we can put the gain on. And I would be a fool not to put Flash on when we're probably not going to get to use her for, like, basically anything else. But it's fine. Based on the fact that... I was going to say, based on the fact that our allies have shown up now, we probably do have, like, 6 turns from when the choices had. But maybe not. Like, maybe that is sort of the point, is that, like, once your allies show up, it is, like, too late. It makes it too easy. Not bad. Genius really is putting in work. I do not feel like Genius really did anything on Rai for us in OG1. If it is in fact still called Genius in that game. Alright, let's leave the Bluger back just to make sure we don't accidentally get it attacked. Yeah, this feels like a fitting way to open up on Hell. Show us how much health you got. Yeah, I think if I was designing a map, I think I was you just have regular health. Oh. I think if I was designing a map, I definitely could conceive of making the objective such that, like, before you got the rest of your health, that's how you're supposed to beat it. I mean, yeah, like, I can debate as much as I want. It's not going to change what we're actually going to get. We might need to block with Tetsuya now. I think this is the best version of, this is called Great Dash. Yeah. I'm now much happier that we spent the way that we did. If we can cash out on all of these, well, probably not on all of them. Yeah, let's block these just to make sure we don't waste the money. Like, we're gonna be here for turns next time. We need next turn anyway, so, like, why not? Wait, and then we can also potentially get some, like, we can, like, fortune these. Right, Blessing doesn't exist in this game yet. Where are you going? How odd. Yeah, Blessing does not exist. Or at the very least, we don't have it on anybody. And I feel like if we could have it, we would. No, I don't think the Godaon should get the boss kill. That seems kind of lame. Does it? You know what? Maybe she needs it. I just don't know how much she's, like, We also don't have accuracy. No wonder she keeps not getting levels. Okay, the Shin Getter can get one of these. That's like kind of close to a Mazinger character. It's Go and a guy, and they've shown up together. I'm fine with maybe giving the Jetfire to the Shin Getter. Golly, does it need a lot of anything to get going. Okay, maybe that is a little bit less an option. We have 30. The Hurry Bune, it is. Have we used a Valor yet? We've used a Valor already. Okay, and then let's use a Bullseye. And I don't think we've looked at the Shin Getter enough, so how about a Shin Getter Beam? Yeah, this was a nice easy way back into alpha. I appreciate that. Oh, I forgot what this thing looked like. This did not translate as well to the to alpha's art style. Great. I mean, like, there was no doubt. I wonder how much we're gonna get. Is it gonna be like $2? Could it possibly be 3? Can't be 3 if we double that. That's more than I was expecting. Okay. Who else? You have. No, that's not the Genrai Robo. I've done that so many times already. Okay, who can you reach? No one. That's a shame. Okay, well, I mean, we were probably going to fire that anyway that way. That's disappointing. Okay, who else has fortunes? The Combattler and the Voltace and Genrai and Bullet. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 targets. We've got 4 users and 3 targets. That seems fine to me. Where's your Excel? There it is. We probably want to save one for Dr. Hell. And then these are actually worth a ton. Okay, never mind. We're skipping the Jetfire. I always forget that these like old games do not actually necessarily give you more money for like killing the bosses. I'm glad we didn't accidentally like waste this with the Pyakabine. We may as well double our 1 XP to 2. Yes. And how about some spirits? We put a Valor on, just gotta make sure. You just gotta make sure. Here's where I would like to have the multi-queue thing that I never use in OG. You're real helpful right now. Okay. You come here and annihilate this. Make this die. I'm sure I've made that joke before. It's so dumb. They would never return to they would never return to this like old style. I miss when these like smaller things mattered a lot more. I gotta play more of these older games. But all of you young... Ooh, that's not my old man voice at all. All of you young whippersnappers. Why can I not... Good gracious. Maybe I am a little allergic to my cat. I gotta practice that a little more off camera. Never mind. You know what the voice is supposed to sound like. I would do it all the time in W. Why do they gotta scare us like that? It's gonna do like, it's probably gonna do its whole health bar. Yeah, yeah. We gotta chip it. We gotta chip it at like 700 just to make you question it for a second whether you actually turned the Valor on or not. Easy. Yo, 16,000? That is a lot more than I was expecting. Is it because we're actually down on expert points at this point? I keep insisting we're always going to get them, but I don't know for sure. Maybe I should have just gone for the easy one just to make sure that we like are getting enough. I think at this juncture we actually have all that we need. I mean, I don't know if we have all that we need. Like, I don't know if there's any like secret characters or mech that come from them. Just, I mean, in terms of like actually getting to see the ending. That's the thing that I care about the most. That's fine. We've seen this already. Let's bring it home. Amazing. We actually got a level for that. Okay, sure. Obviously the Ryoko is going to be the one that finishes Howl off, considering Koji is not here. I guess we can give Baron Asura to Koji another time. Evidently, the Baron Asura could rest easy if either the Jetfire or the Great Mazinger copies could have finished Koji off, but Baron Asura is never gonna rest easy. We keep needing to revive him to make sure he's reminded of that every time we have an iteration of this show. We might as well watch these ones get blown up. I used to turn the animations on for like boss kills. We may as well do it again. Not a one-shot. Very disappointing. I wonder... I know we have, like, unique finishers, but I think we should have unique, like, deaths also that, like, when this robot dies, if it doesn't, like, prioritize the finisher, by all means. But if we don't have a finisher queued, or like they're not called finishers. You know the thing though, the dynamic kills. If there isn't a dynamic kill, can we have things that have dynamic deaths? That like, if it dies in a certain way, or if it doesn't have a dynamic kill prioritized, that it will always queue to like it's like head popping off in like a funny way or something. You get the idea. Sorry, I'm like distracted realizing that I forgot that these two goobers don't actually have spirit on them. Okay, we have the Kodyu. Like, it's not in the air though. Okay, I guess we're gonna tap. Let's tap the Ghoul. Okay, well, a little more than that, but I guess Hell's stats are really carrying this thing. Yeah, no, he's like kind of got stats like a player character. I mean, good. He is like a boss. He is like a main boss. He is a boss in the sense of being in charge of things. Okay. I feel a little bit safer now. Yeah, I think anything else is too risky. We do have a soul on them. Like, I'm sure it's fine. This is 2200 and it's using bullets melee. It's It's using 196. Okay. And then this is 2400 using Kusuwa's melee. So it is a 5% difference. 5% of 2200 is 1100. It's like almost exactly the same either way. I think it is actually just better to use Kusuha. Oh, you know what? Something else I was not accounting for is, yes, it is, because we're also getting extra damage from... This could be 3 range, and it's not going to be, so that is, in fact, better. Did we turn the fortune on? I kind of... No, I'm sure we turned them. I'm sure we turned them on. I want to see this thing transform. Like, I want to know how the combination actually happens. Cool, okay. I hope we get to see it in one of the anime. I think this is still my favorite design. I think this is still my favorite original design of the, like, OG canon, as opposed to, say, like, the Artigun family's stuff. The Valstork and the Valhawk. I was gonna have some sort of cute segue, but I did kind of forget what I was talking about before I started reading the story. Whoops. But so, anyway, Dr. Hell is dead, not dead. Then, oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, just that of, like, the Valstork and the Valhawk are, I really like the whole Val line. I don't know if it's my favorite or not. It's definitely up there among them. I think of everything, the villain from R is still my favorite, not because of, like, having played it so long. I just like Angelic Code and stuff. But it's definitely, like, one of the 3. But I'm thinking of stuff that's, like, designed to be... I guess this isn't actually designed around the, like, OG canon itself. This was kind of designed for these games. So what do I know? But, okay, we are back at the Photon Research Lab. And all of the doctors are commenting on the recent developments with the Mazin Kaiser and how terrifying it is, and, like, what are we gonna do? And we also have Shiro, Koji's little brother, here to, like, heighten the stakes, or, like, I guess demonstrate some amount of, like, maturity. I know he's throughout the series. We just, like, not seen him pop his head up a lot, largely speaking because he's just, like, not been on the battleship with us. But we have this opportunity for Koji to sort of, like, take on the mantle of, like, responsibility a little bit more. Everyone's always at this precipice of, like, what if things go wrong? It could be so tragic and so bad. At least in this case, I like that we're going to be given a choice about it at some point here. We can either choose to use the Mazin Kaiser or to just, like, get the Mazinger that all the doctors were, like, souping up. There's evidently, like, some power-ups to the Mazinger Z, but, like, obviously we're gonna keep the Mazin Kaiser. But I like that choice exists, and I like that it feels like an actual choice. I wonder what the actual difference is. Like, that feels like a good thing for my notes, but that will have to be a future playthrough to find that out. So because we picked the Mazin Kaiser, Koji does say that he's only keeping it for this fight, that this is, like, the death match in the ring with all of these villains. And once this war is through, he does intend to lock it back up too, because even though he has a human heart and can turn it into a Mazinger and he can control it right now, there's no reason that they should be risking this for, like, any stretch of time. And the Mazinger will, like, serve him for most of what he needs to do to, like, put down the average evildoer. So the Photon Research Lab is going to make sure it's ready for him when they get back, which is cute. That's, like, I like that level of consequence for a super show that I know is going to be a little bit less consequence heavy. That feels like we are acknowledging the stakes in a way and, like, thinking about longevity. I'm really tired of anime always having this, like, when you've completed the show, you've completed the, like, relevant moment of these characters' lives. I like when we project a little bit beyond what we are doing, and more than just, like, everything works out. We're now in a couple. They kissed, and it's really good, and that's all. Like you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I like that we're abstracting into a like long-term future beyond the plot. Makes me happy. But speaking of people who do not have a long-term future, Dr. Hell and Gorgon are recounting their recent losses, and they're beginning to think that perhaps this is just an unwinnable fight, given the amount of power that they have backing. Our hero team has backing them. But Gorgon is going to go consult with the great General of Darkness. He's worried that he was a little too hasty this time. That their plan to like conquer the crust of the earth, the upper layer of the earth. Hold on, how my notes worded this was interesting. The surface was the word they used. Is there an underground? I don't remember that. I guess they do kind of find the beasts underground when like Mazinger Z opens. So maybe there's still a little bit of hope to whatever's going on here, because they were sort of like rushing their attacks or whatever. But it seems like an excuse we're making up here. Okay. We could just, like, dump some more money into this thing. I don't know how much we're actually going to use the Mazin Kaiser. It's good. It's for sure good. We could put a lot of money into its energy, just to, like, make sure we have the, fire blast or whatever it's called. The breast fire. Like, we're not really doing anything else with it. You know what? Maybe this is a think about it and come back for next week. I think this is a think about it and come back for next week, barring, I guess, hold on. We should check to make sure that no one is over their limit, with the exception of the like side pilots. Oh, like, for instance, okay, there. That's a... Glad we checked. I was worried for a second they were going to have different, that they were going to have different upgrades. Who knows with this game? It wouldn't make sense for them to, but who knows? Okay, good. We're good now. He didn't need that many. It was, when he's at 302. We just needed to, or sorry, 402. We need to put him over literally one level up. But it's worth it sort of future-proofing it. I don't think they're ever going to hit. They're never going to hit the cap. Now, this is what? Kuzuha's at 412. Yeah. Oh, Jun's out by an amount. And we're not using her. Like, she is definitely one of our repairers. So what, that's 293.02. Is there anybody else? Doesn't look it. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. We just need to put the Venus to 302. Let's bump it up to 330. Right, this puts us just over the edge. We're going to need to come back and do it again later. This makes it so we never have to probably worry about it again. Okay, cool. Okay, now let's save the rest of our money. I know we probably spent a little bit. That's probably dropping an upgrade point, but it's fine. Like, from like, one of our more relevant stats. But yeah, I will think about this money off screen to decide what we're going to do with it. We're definitely, like, short on deployment slots. Like, we're kind of running out of space to use all the characters we want to use anyway. So, I don't know, actually, if the Mazin Kaiser is a good idea. That said, we could also just, like, kick somebody else off of the team who's a lower level, because Koji just sort of got to jump that high that quickly. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We'll think about it. But we can worry about that next week, because Alpha is now back on. I'm so glad we're returning to this. We're so close to finishing it. I'm, like... Perhaps that break worked out fine. That gave us enough time to, like, cover a really good chunk of OG now, so I have a very different reference point. I'm really sad we still haven't seen the Estrada guest yet, but I've got to imagine it's showing back up in OG too. But other than that, I wonder how much like overlap we're going to have. Like, I know Levy's in this game and she hasn't shown up, so she hasn't shown back up, so I'm sort of looking forward to that. And like, we are fighting the Arrogators. I'm curious how much our conclusions are going to be similar. I don't think we've had a White Star here. I don't think we've had a White Star. But maybe they're gonna like pull it in for like the last final attack rather than letting it like linger over our heads. But we shall see. We shall see. You can expect another one of these episodes, like I said, roughly the same time next week. I'm curious if my upload schedule is going to be, or my upload time is going to be a little bit more manageable because I have the split computers now, so I have like a computer to render on. But we will find that out. You'll know that by the time you're watching this, but certainly not now for me. What else? Sorry. Yes, if you're watching this the day it comes out, you can hop on over to my live stream on Thursday for what will probably be the conclusion of OG1 from the PS2 edition. We have, I believe, 2 maps to go, so it's possible that we'll take 2 streams depending on how long the map is, and depending on how much we are like want to talk and analyze. But yeah, we want to finish OG1 up. I do want to have some sort of like tier list post-game discussion, but we'll see time-wise where we are, what's going to happen. We're definitely going to do it. I know that I had sort of hemmed and hawed about whether we were going to or not, but we for sure are going to. I see no reason not to. Maybe we open with that on Friday, and then with whatever time we have left, we start OG2, or maybe that's just like all of Friday. Friday will be a short day, and then we start OG2 fresh next Thursday. But regardless, we're coming to the end of OG1 from the PS2 box. So look forward to that if you've been watching along with streams. If not, if you've been waiting for everything to finish, well, soon you will get your wish, and you'll get the whole playlist. Then we are wrapping up Iron-Blooded Orphans this week, or season 1 of Iron-Blooded Orphans this week. We'll be watching 5 instead of the usual 4 episodes in order to get us to the season 1 finale. We are doing this because as we are just finishing OG1, we want to start Divine Wars. Because like, when else are we ever going to have an excuse to watch the anime? So we're going to put Iron-Blooded Orphans on pause, watch Divine Wars. Once that's finished, we go back to Iron-Blooded Orphans then. What else? And then we'll like roughly keep that kind of, we'll like probably do the same thing for when we finish OG2 and the rest of the OGs. I'm not sure what's after OG2. I want to sort of like see how long it takes to get through that, but we'll probably plan that within a week or 2 of starting those streams. So if you'd like to have some ideas of what we're starting doing next, you can pop in. We're pretty I want to do Gaiden and second OG, but I do want to wait for those a little bit. We're probably going to put a pause to go back to a mainline game in between those. Is there anything else? I miss having this sort of uninterrupted time to just sort of ramble. I get a little babbly, but like I probably need this. Is probably good for me. At least for planning wise. We'll talk about all this again on stream though too. Oh, right, Monday. We just played some Fantasy Maiden Wars this last Monday. We got halfway through the mid chapter boss fight. Like, we are finishing this arc. We're at the top of the mountain. If you played, you know. But the boss fight is just very long, so we will come back to that in a future Monday. But this upcoming Monday will be some more Shin Megami Tensei. If you'd like to join us for something a little bit different, and you still are charmed by my voice or attitude towards things, watch me fight some demons. I think we're finally going to get to the actual like first boss fight. Potentially, if I don't get sidetracked by the side quests, but who knows? We'll see. But that should be all of my schedule this week. Thank you all so much for being here in whatever capacity you are. I hope you're enjoying your time, and if ideally, I'll be seeing you all live tomorrow from this, and if not, hopefully I'll see you in the Discord, and otherwise, I'll see you out in the stars. Good night, everybody.